It is my pleasure to welcome you all here tonight for this great event. The first thing I'd like to do as we start this program, would all of the board members of the Hall of Fame stand up so everybody can see who you are. The next thing I'd like to recognize all past inductees. If you would stand, or if you represent a past inductee, stand so that you can be recognized. We've had great classes in the past, another great class this year. The program calls for now the blessing of this group and the blessing of the meal tonight. Ricky Niblett, who has traditionally done this for us, is ill, and we wish him well. In lieu of Ricky, Bob Harris has agreed to handle that for us tonight, and I call Bob up to the front.
Before we pause for the blessing, I want everybody to remember during the time of the blessing tonight, memory of J.P. Evans, an inductee from last year, who's passed away since we haven't held our last banquet. So if y'all will do that as I bless us tonight. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for just all the blessings that you give to us on a daily basis, most of which we are not worthy to receive from you, but thank you. Thank you for this community and what it means to and has meant to everyone in this room, and to the people that are being honored tonight, and their families, and what they did in order to be inducted into this Hall of Fame tonight. A lot of hard work and a lot of dedication, and obviously skill, but then all of the inductees tonight have gone on to do just wonderful and amazing things with their lives, and I know they have blessed many who have come in contact with them. Lord, the food that's been prepared tonight, let it nourish our bodies. Send us out in service to you in everything that we might do, and then let us always remember the Great Commission that we're to try to make disciples of all those we come in contact with. All these things we ask in Jesus' name and for his sake. Amen.
And now, to continue the tradition, let's all sing, and God Bless America. Please rise.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, wide with love. God bless America, my home sweet
And now, it's time to eat. Hope everybody has enjoyed their meal. I want to give a thank you to our caterer, Her Majesty's Kitchen. Located right off the downtown square here in Forsyth. You can find Her Majesty's Kitchen on Instagram and Facebook. I know I enjoyed my meal, and I think everybody else has too. So now we'll move on to the next part of our event tonight. And for that, I want to call upon our favorite MC and newscaster from Channel 13 WMAZ in Macon, Frank Malloy. Frank has his bio in the program for tonight. You all know Frank. You watch him on television. And so, without any further ado, I'll call Frank up.
I appreciate the music. Oh, wow. Amazing food tonight and dinner music from our friends over there. Thanks to Dad. Well done as always. Good stuff. It is a great pleasure to be here again tonight for the class of 2022 Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. And let me say, this is an amazing class of folks that we will welcome in tonight. Very distinguished, a lot of great honors and accomplishments, and I know they are happy that you are here to recognize them, so we appreciate that. Now, those of you who like to follow along in your program, we're going to do something a little different this year. We have two of our inductees, unfortunately for health reasons, could not be here tonight. They will be represented by family members. So we are going to go and introduce those two first, and then we will go along in alphabetical order. And yes, Lee, that means you will be last. I'm sorry, I lobbied to get you higher up, okay? It fell on deaf ears. Our first inductee. If you watched him on the field, you had to be quick because he was fast. He had fleet feet. He was a talented tiger, the Hubbard variety. Elite status on the football field in the track. When you blocked his running path, that didn't matter to him. He'd stop and pull up and throw a touchdown pass or two. Anything he could to beat you. His accomplishments earned him all-state honors. When his high school career ended, he then turned his attention to academics and coaching. A career that took him to Tennessee, California, and eventually back to Georgia. And a path that tonight earns him a place in the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. Our first inductee for the class of 2022 is Cyrus Davis, represented tonight by his daughter, Leah Davis. You're welcome up here.
I would first like to thank the Board of Directors for this honor and award from my father, Cyrus Davis Sr. There's a Cyrus Davis Jr., who also played football for Mayor Persons, but actually with Alvin, no, excuse me, with Alvin. But this is for my dad. And unfortunately, he could not be here tonight because he's been a little sick. And he's been in the hospital, but he is out and he is on the mend. Otherwise, you will see him here tonight. My sister Christy is here with me to accept this award on behalf of my father. And if I didn't say it, I am Leah Davis, and we both also went to Mayor Persons High School. Christy was a cheerleader, I was in the band, and my brother Cyrus played football. So again, this is a great honor for him, and we're happy to accept this on his behalf. Thank you.
Our next inductee spent pretty much his entire life in Monroe County. Of course, he was a Bulldog, first as a player, and then as a parent, watching his children wear the black and gold. On the field, he took delight in tormenting numerous teams, especially the hated Manchester Blue Devils. Twice leading MP to big wins over that team. His collegiate career took him to the Plains of Auburn on a football scholarship, and then to Mercer, where he graduated with a law degree. He combined his law skills with a passion to serve his community whenever and wherever he was needed, and it was often. He has always been proud to call Monroe County his home, and tonight we are proud to welcome him into the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame, Mr. Benson Ham, represented tonight by his son, Phil Ham.
Thank you. He's at home and he's waiting for this plaque. So we're going to get it back to him, and I just want to say if he was here, he would say how thankful he was to be born in Monroe County, Georgia, and go to the schools here and participate in the sports. And I think that's one thing that got him to work as a team with the Board of Education and trying to build a real nice quality sports complex with Charles Dumas that we have here in Monroe County. And he said he was grateful for that opportunity to serve Monroe County. Thank you again.
Our next inductee was never far from the ball when he was on the field. He was the starting center on offense, starting linebacker when the other team had the ball. Tough enough and talented enough to earn all Middle Georgia and all state honors. Putting the pads aside, he set off on his academic journey with stops at Gordon State, Georgia Tech, and Georgia College. Degrees in hand, he turned to coaching before quickly realizing banking might be a better way to pay the bills. His community impact is legendary, and his efforts have touched the lives of many and have made his hometown a better place to live. And tonight, we say thank you by opening the doors of the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame to Bill Baysmore.
Frank, thank you for that enthusiastic introduction. I'm going to take just a few minutes to thank some other people. First, would like to thank the committee, my nominator, and especially Jim Harden, who had a vision for this Hall of Fame many years ago. I want to thank a lot of folks that believed in me as an athlete, encouraged me along the way, and set examples for me to follow. I was born a Mary Persons Bulldog, and I'll always be one. My father, Edward Baysmore, was a 3-year letterman and captain of the 1947 team. My mother, Dot Baysmore, was a cheerleader from 1946 to 1948. My brother Dick was a football letterman in the 1960s. I had uncles who were lettermen. My wife, Julie, is an MP alumnus, as is my son, Will, who was a 3-year football letterman at Mary Parsons. The support of my family has never waned, and for that and to them, I'm eternally grateful. Harold Benson and Stuart Roadheaper believed in a husky kid when I was a Little League Falcon. Coach James Love coached me in junior high ball. Head Coach Dan Pitts challenged me as an 8th grader and pushed me throughout high school. Richard Finley and Buzz Porch were my position coaches, and Buzz Porch was also my tennis coach. The examples set by my family, these men, school administrators, teachers, friends, teammates, and the best high school football fans in Georgia shaped me as a young man. My dad taught me hard work and respect. My mother continues to show unconditional love. And my brother taught me how to play tennis and has always been my biggest fan in any undertaking. Harold Benson and Stuart Roadheaver showed me how to serve the community. Harold Reeves fitted me with care in my first football equipment. Coach Love was an eternal optimist. And the greatest blessing that Coach Love had for me was introducing me to my wife. Coach Porch was a technician. Coach Pitts was meticulous. He was my coach. I ended up being his banker, but most importantly, we were friends. Our cheerleaders displayed a never say quit attitude and spirit. Bob Harris and Jeff Shiver showed a junior high player how to lead. Keith Edge was an encouraging tennis partner. Jeff Castleberry let a high school kid lift weights with him when he came home from Auburn. Ricky Wilson, David Sewell, Greg Elrod were the quarterbacks I had the pleasure of playing with. And we had an ability to share a great deal of humor with one another, as only quarterbacks and centers can before the shotgun formation. Jim Benson and Ricky Niblett were examples of it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog. My teammates showed me a brotherhood that lasts to this day, and this town showed me how to love one another. I'm only a sum of the parts, and it's been said that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Thank you to my whole hometown for being such an influence in my life. May all the glory be to God. I'm deeply honored. Thank you.
Our next inductee is another person with deep roots in Monroe County. She showcased her considerable skills in 4 sports as a Monroe County Mustang, spreading her talent around the softball diamond, the basketball court, the golf course, and the track. Her honors were many: all-region, all-star, and all-state, and off to Kennesaw State to play hoops and run track. Her excellence as a player led her into the coaching arena, where she quickly developed a talent for teaching her teams how to perform under pressure and earning a case full of trophies for region and state championships. She blazed a trail as a player and as a coach, and tonight that trail leads straight into the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. Our next inductee is April Willingham Cassell.
If you're a mistake, a mighty mistake, and nothing says in your way. You're not from Castle Square or Crescento or Stratford. I wouldn't go there, no siree. I'm here to stay. If you're a mistake, then I am with you. 'Cause I am a Mustang too.
I'm proud to be a former Mustang and excited to be here tonight. Thank you to the Hall of Fame Board of Directors and the committee for the selection. Thank you, Frank, for the intro. Get to know you as well. When I think about my career as a player, coach, and FCA staff, there are so many people along my journey that have shaped me into the person I am today. God blessed me by allowing me to be born into the best family. Sorry, I'm biased. Best family ever. I want to thank my parents, Lee and Janine, who not only gave me a great childhood, but who came to every athletic event I ever had. They even came to almost all of my home games at Kennesaw State in Marietta and many of my away games, and even came to some cross-country meets that were far away. And if you know about cross-country, it's pretty boring to watch because you only get to see the version you're watching maybe twice. So they were very dedicated to my athletic career, and I thank them for all their encouragement and support through the years. To my Aunt Celeste and late Uncle Emmett, who are my biggest fans as well. They were at all of my athletic games and competitions, and I wish they could be here tonight. To my brothers who played football with us at all my birthday parties and even my bridal shower where we played flag football at Sportstown and had a bridesmaid tear her ACL. Thank you for making me tough and for loving me and supporting me in everything I do. To my sister-in-laws, nieces, and nephews, thank you for always encouraging me in life and in sports. To my late Uncle Billy Lancaster, who was my own personal track coach and could run faster backwards than I could run forwards. I wish he could be here tonight, and I thank you, Aunt Fran, Jill, and Chris for representing. As Billy Graham once said, one coach will impact more young people in a year than most people in a lifetime. I was impacted by a lot of coaches. To all my coaches along the way, Coach Wyndham, Coach Lane, Coach Lucy, my high school basketball coach Kuhn and his wife Carolyn, who are here tonight, the late Coach Walker, who coached me at Kennesaw, Coach Whitlock, and Coach Montgomery, along with countless others. I learned so much from all of you on not only how to teach the skills of the game, but to love my players while doing it. I will never forget the memories made, and I appreciate y'all pouring into me, even though back then I probably didn't let you know. Thank you to all the coaches I have coached with and learned from all these years. Coach Cosader, Turner, Coach Spear, Coach Jones, Coach Matt, Coach Chase, Coach Lee, Coach Marker, Coach McDaniel, Coach Wilson, Coach Noe, Coach Seymour, Coach Frame, and Coach Atkinson. It's been a fun career, and many others. You have all also had a great influence on my life, and for that I'm truly grateful. And to all the athletes that we have coached along the way, thank you for making us look like we knew what we were doing. We have many great players, but most importantly, we had great kids and parental support along the way. To all my teammates, I see you back there, and friends from Monroe Academy and Kennesaw, I'll always remember locker room rituals and making it through conditioning and all the bonds we formed during those years that we still have today. Congrats to Sean, class of '89, for making it in tonight too, and to my best friend Casey, thanks for sticking by me all these years. I'm glad you and Ray got to come. To Scott Adams for exposing me to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes when I was in high school, and for giving me the opportunity to come on staff in 2014 and do what I love, to be around sports and serve coaches and athletes while teaching them the gospel. Thank you for being here tonight and showing me daily what it means to love others unconditionally. I love being able to serve coaches and teams and athletes, and I hope that I can continue to do that for many years to come. There are many of you here that support our ministry spiritually and financially, and I truly appreciate that. And last but not least, I thank God for the ability to play and coach sports, because not only is it what I love doing, it is the way I crossed paths with the coach that I now call my husband, Cass Cassell. I can't imagine doing life without you, and I'm thankful for your love and support daily. Thank you for putting up with me. I love growing up in Monroe County, and I'm glad to be back in Monroe County, and I will be here forever, hopefully, until the Lord calls me home. Thank you.
That's when you know you have a good party, is when somebody tears an ACL, okay? For those of you who were following along in your program and wondering, why did Frank skip Sean Bostic? Well, I just don't like the guy, okay? And I apologize to the slideshow people who are thinking, where is that man going? He turns 65 and he loses everything. All right. The next member of tonight's Hall of Fame class of 2022 was definitely a part of this well-rounded class because he pretty much did everything. 10 letters spread out over 4 sports at Monroe Academy. All region and all state in football and basketball for the Mustangs on some very talented teams. Then off to play in the trenches, the offensive line at Valdosta State, before finding his niche, wearing coaching cleats. He teamed up with Chris Hatcher to produce amazing players and legendary teams at Valdosta State, culminating with the opportunity to raise the national championship trophy. He also molded young men into winners at Georgia Southern and Sanford. He coached Hall of Famers, All-Americans, and NFL players, and has left a lasting legacy wherever he's been. And tonight, that legacy includes a spot in the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. Please welcome Sean Bostic.
Apologize. Lost my vision quite some time ago. First, I'd like to congratulate all the 22 inductees. I'd also like to thank the committee and the board of directors for this great honor. And I promise you I'll be very, very brief. Love to thank my coaches. Matter of fact, Coach Lane, Coach Coon, I really appreciate the things that y'all did for me. Coach Lane especially, you brought the love of the game, love of football back in my life. After my junior season, I don't know if that could have ever happened, and you definitely brought that back to me. I'd also like to thank all my former teammates. April, congratulations to you, and you are the best athlete to ever go through Monroe Academy, without a doubt. And I'd like to thank my mom and dad, Minnie and Gail. Mom carted me all over the place, took me wherever I needed to go. Dad coached me in Pee Wee, and back when I don't even know if I was old enough to play, she still did it anyway. And I just, you guys, kind of like what April was saying, y'all never missed a game my senior year, Valdosta State. We're playing Delta State. It's a night game in Cleveland, Mississippi, and I don't know where it is from Forsyth, but that's 13 hours from Valdosta. And we're beating them pretty good, and boy, it was cold. And we got a timeout. One of our wide receivers goes, "Golly, man, ain't nobody here at this game." And he actually counted, and there was 15 people. I was like, "Nah, that's 14. He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, that's Benny and Gail sitting there. They bought a blanket from Walmart. They're all cuddled up together." They made it there, and then 2 weeks later, they drove all the way out to Arkadelphia, Arkansas to watch my final game against Henderson State. And you know, there's no way I could have done anything in my life without you two. And I can't thank you enough. And certainly last, but certainly not least, my family. First of all, I'd like to thank Alton and Jane, my father and mother-in-law, for coming here, and I may be the first that's ever congratulated their in-laws for coming. I think it was Coach Bryant said one time that there's a special place in heaven for coaches' wives. And my wife Sheila, she's a single mom for 8 months out of the year, and there's no way anything can be done in our household or within my life without her. And I thank my daughter Emma and my son Walker, because you guys allow me to do what I love to do. Y'all know I never go to work. I go to play every day. And so with all that being said, thanks again. This is a phenomenal honor, and y'all have a good night.
Our next inductee always stood out in the crowd, not because he was 6'9". The court was his showplace, and he rarely disappointed, raining buckets in the basket almost every night. He was a big man with moves, little grace, a lot of power. He polished his game under legendary Don Richardson at Macon College, and then under Tiger stripes under Cliff Ellis at Auburn, where he showed off his skills as a scorer, a rebounder, and a shot blocker. He eventually headed overseas, where he played professionally in several countries, and even earned some playing time with the legendary Harlem Globetrotters. He was a big man with big game skills, and tonight, those skills earned him a place in the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. Our next inductee is Alvin Jefferson.
First, I just want to give honor to God, and He made all this possible. And there's just so many people that I want to thank that helped me along the way. I don't have anything written down, just flowing from the mind and the heart. And I guess from the beginning, you have that potential, but you just don't realize it. And you just need help. And I'm glad that I had a nice supporting cast in my family, my mother and my father. My mother was like the spiritual stronghold. You know, she always made sure me and Draw was in church whether we wanted to or not and stuff. And I remember sleeping in the pews and still got sleeping on the day and stuff. And it was just awesome. And my father, he was just like, you know, that stronghold for the man. You know, he took care of things, our finances and stuff, and he showed us what it took to just endure, you know. And transitioning from that, you know, the Walkers has been there, the Fenenzis, and the Hansfords. There's a lot of people throughout in this area that has helped support, and I just want to thank you all. And I would say that it's just an honor. It's just an honor. And I even remember there was times where I was out there in the yard with the kids, and I tried to share and work with them, and they appreciated it. You know, to see a guy like me that's willing to work with them out in the yard, and we'd be out in the yard just playing, and I just come up with some ideas. I just do like an obstacle course. I just find whatever in the yard, and I just do something for the kids, and they sitting there looking at me, what are you doing? I'm making an obstacle course, huh? And once they get through and I show it to them, they be like, oh. And they go through it and all that stuff, and the next thing you know, it started catching on a little bit. Other kids at other houses see what's going on, like, can we come on? Can we come on? Come on, come on. But those are things that I remember and cherish. And it's honor not only for me, it's just for those people, those kids. And maybe one day that'll encourage me to maybe just really get into coaching and just training people, because I feel like I have a pretty good knack for it. Thank you all.
Our next inductee is definitely not as tall. He enjoyed legendary status at Mary Persons High School. 3-year, 3-sport letterman, football, basketball, and track. All Middle Georgia honors, team MVP, football, and basketball. A member of 3 of the greatest of Dan Fitt's teams, including the 1980 state champions. Off the field, National Honor Society, student council president, graduation speaker, collegiately played at Georgia Tech, and then off to become a Carson Newman Eagle, earning all conference and all-American honors while helping his team win a national championship. A standout on the field and in the classroom, and tonight, that skill set earns him a place in the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. Please welcome in Reggie Mays. I appreciate him coming to me first. Reggie too, a bold fashion statement tonight with the pink curtains.
Compliments on my son. He's my tailor. He checked me out before I leave the house. He's like, I'll get ready. He's like, nope. Go back in there. Yeah, he takes care of it. But thanks, Frank. I see Frank a lot. I used to when I was working at Zeppelin Road at the Walmart down there. So you can tell, Bill came up early and had his portfolio. He's the president of the bank. I ain't got nothing. I'm going with the tech, but he's president of the bank. I'm manager at Walmart. Yeah. But I never had a problem talking. I know my wife can tell you that. But I want to thank God first. Thank God first for this honor. A lot of people that's already inducted played a part in my life. Got one sitting back there in the back, Mr. Phil Walker. And I want to recognize, he was my first coach. He's like a second dad to us, me and my brother, coming up. So Phil, we appreciate you and love you, man. Before I forget, happy Father's Day to all the fathers in here, and those that may not have kids but still, did what fathers do. Happy Father's Day to you. And that brings me to my biggest fan, my dad. He's not here. I wish he was, but he knows, he really would enjoy this. Coach Pierce, he's not here either. Coach Joe Moore, he's not here either. There were some real important men in my life, made me who I am today. And I'm not talking about sports, I'm talking about being a man and being a father. I want to thank my family, my friends. That two tables y'all see right there, that crew right there, that's my crew. And they support me in everything that I do. My daughter, she just had a birthday yesterday. Look at her, raise your hand. 28 look good on you, boo. I said I was gonna say happy birthday, but I don't want to embarrass her. But my big brother, David, he taught me just about everything I know about sports. He protected me. He wouldn't let me be he was just gonna make me tough as I could be, and he made sure of it. Sometimes I had to tell Dad on him, he was trying to make me a little too tough. And my baby brother Derry, he was the quiet one in the bunch, but something we did find out he can make a little noise when he don't think anybody's around, but him and his family are here, and I want to thank my wife. I love you. Thank you for putting up with me. I got some friends up here. The job he worked with me, he gonna be wherever I am, he gonna be there. And like I said, that's my tailor and my daughter-in-law. We get ready to have another grandbaby. Y'all thank you for that. Go ahead, DJ. Yeah, but if I left anybody out, it's a million coaches I can thank. Bill Curry, he gave me a shot at Georgia Tech. I was just a walk-on. I weighed 140 pounds. Thought I was the baddest thing in Atlanta. And he gave me a chance to play, and like I came up here without no book, without nothing to write on. I didn't look into it in the book while I was at Georgia Tech. So that's why I ended up going to Carson. Yeah, it worked out though, because we didn't win any football game when I was at Tech. So got to Carson, I got a chance to win the national championship. So that, God knows he'll get you where you need to be. He really will. So just don't think all the time you don't make it. God got a plan for you. Yeah, Moses didn't move till he dried up the brook, so you gotta know when to move. But again, as college coaches, players, friends, I really haven't found anybody that I couldn't get along with. I'm talking about. No, I ain't gonna say that. Most people I couldn't get along with, and for that, and me coming in here late And then everybody's still speaking to me and congratulating me, and I think it's everybody. It's like on this list of everybody. Ain't y'all glad I didn't write nothing down? This list I got on the inductees this year. I got some kind of relationship with him before we were here. Bill Bazemore and I played together. He was a couple of years ahead of me. Then he went to Tech. I went to Tech. Sean Bostic. I used to help his dad out on his farm. Sean running around in his diaper probably. I don't know if you remember that, Sean. And I forgot your other brother's name. He was bad too. Yeah. April. Been knowing April since she was a little bitty girl. Her brother Chris and I, we were classmates. I got 2 whoopings when I was in school from a principal. Got it from the same man. He's deceased now, Dr. Porter. But Chris Whittingham was the reason I got that first one. Ain't never forgot it either, Chris. Cyrus Davis, I didn't know him personally, but his son I played football with, so I got a connection there. Benson Ham, I played with Jim Ham, his son, and Benson Ham was my dad's attorney. Alvin Jefferson, he just got in my family, married my classmate. And Lee McGee, he went to Georgia Tech, and sorry Lee, I broke your record. That punt return, I'm sorry. But that's my connection, and his wife was my teacher as well. So, I'm gonna get out now. I thank you guys, to the committee, Jim Harden, Penny Pitts, where are you? I love you, Penny. You good. You are a good one. The whole Pitts family has been good to me. But I just want to say thank y'all and have a good night.
Reggie, you're one of a kind. We have never before, nor we ever again hear a speech like that. It was good, my friend. That was outstanding. Oh, my goodness. All right. Our final inductee. Finally rounds out this star-studded class. He could do a bit of everything on the field. He punted. He played defensive back where he defended the pass. He played quarterback where he rarely got to throw a pass. He was good enough to earn all-state honors. Twice selected as team captain. On one glorious football Friday night, legend has it, he scored 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. They never let him throw a pass, okay? And 1 on a punt return. He walked on to Georgia Tech and then served his country in the U.S. Army before taking his place at Ace Hardware. He served his customers with a smile. His opponents, he treated a little differently. And tonight, we welcome the smiling one into the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. Please join me in welcoming Lee McGee.
Quite a tough act to follow, Rick. I was talking to my good friend Mike Griffin the other day about the banquet tonight, and he told me he was looking forward to my 45-minute acceptance speech. I told him 45 was about right. It'd be seconds, not minutes. First off, I'd like to thank the Forsyth Monroe County Hall of Fame for this great honor. I'm proud to be a member. I'm proud of the class that I'm joining with. Some great folks. A lot of folks you need to thank. I'd like to thank first my mother and father. They were always supportive of me, always did what needed to be done to allow me my first love, sports. I'd like to thank my sister and my late brother-in-law, who also were very kind to me, always very supportive, and I owe them a lot. I was lucky enough to play high school football for the greatest coach, Coach Dan Pitts. What can I say about him? It hasn't been said. He was a great coach. He always challenged you and made you be better than you were. And lastly, I know I'm working on time here. I'd like to thank my teammates and my friends. We were part of a team. That's what made us great. In my eyes, we were a great football team. And it's because of the hard work that we all put in. I'd like to thank the Forsyth Monroe County Hall of Fame for this great honor. Thank you very much.
How about another round of applause for the 2022 Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame inductees. Before you're dismissed, I'm going to call Bobby Melton back up with a few more recognitions. Thank you again for letting me share this wonderful night.
Each year we, at the Hall of Fame, recognize a male and female athlete from Mayor Persons High School. These student athletes have not only excelled in athletics, but also in academics. Tonight, we offer our congratulations and recognition to Tripp Shipman and Campbell Brown. If you'll come forward, we have the next award is something that means a great deal to all of us on the board and to the community, we believe. This is the Mary Linda and Dan Pitts Extra Mile Award for community service. And the recipients of that award this year are Steve and Debbie Coleman. Would you come forward? Finally, but certainly not least, each year we try to recognize a team which has meant a lot to the community and to Forsyth and Monroe County. The team of the year this year is the 1963 Mary Parsons football team. They're represented on the banner over here. And Hugh Mercer, where are you, Hugh? Oh, would you like to come forward?
Not really.
From the team of 63, there are quite a few members who are now part of the Hall of Fame. Lee McGee tonight, Coach Pitts, of course, Rodney Walker, Phil Walker, and Danny Adams from last year. So quite a team, as you can see there.
When I got here, I called Bobby and told him that I had contacted our assistant coach, John Buzzy McMillan, that we call Coach Mac. Roll 3 times if you play. I sent him a letter explaining. I think Rodney contacted him, talked to him. Rodney Walker contacted him, talked to him, and then I sent him all the information about the upcoming Hall of Fame banquet. And he called me, and I missed his call, but he left me a voicemail, which is good, and I can tell you what he said. He said, "Hello, I'm trying to contact Hugh Mercer. This is Buzzy McMillan. Hugh, if I've got you on the phone, I've received your letter about the Forsyth Monroe County Hall of Fame inductions that's coming up in celebration on the 18th. Anyway, Hugh, as much as I'd love to be there and wish I could, I'm not doing well right now, and health-wise, I'm just unable to travel. I'm lying in an assisted living facility. I'm living in an assisted living facility here in Calhoun, Georgia, and hopefully I'll get back on my feet in the near future. But right now, as much as I'd love to attend the function, I just won't be able to make it. I wish you would tell everybody that I think of them, and I'm proud of everyone I came in contact with in my years of coaching at Mary Parsons. Hope you have a good day, and please send my regards to everybody. Bye-bye." I just want to, let's all give Coach Mack a big hand of applause.
There's one other thing I want to mention. We have made a remembrance of Mr. Evans earlier. And I believe Loretha Sewell passed away within the last year also. So we want to remember her. We're honored to have you here tonight, not in her place, but to represent her. We remember her fondly. I think she was in the first class of inductees into the Hall of Fame, the inaugural class. So we remember her. Is there any other business to come before the Hall of Fame? Well, I bid you all a good night. I hope you enjoy it.